Hello and welcome back to Gubb Farm. I was chatting to the head ranger at the National Trust property opposite the farm, and it's Crum Estate, and he very kindly offered me wood chip from some ground clearance that they've done, and I'm on my way now to pick it up so I can use it for mulching around the trees. And the key point for me is it hasn't been sprayed, or there's been no treatment of the land or anything for at least 30 years, he said. So it is free from herbicides, pesticides, insecticides, fungicides, all the things that kill things. So I'm just picking up the digger to go and lift the wood chip, and then I'm going to draw it back to the farm. I also want to thank Anthony McGovern, my cousin, for the use of his low loader. And this is going to be interesting. I'm going to try and move a 6-ton digger with the Kubota. I think the limit on the ton capacity is about 7-8 ton. So it's going to be right on the limit. So we shall see how we get on. I have the weight well over the back wheels, so there's not too much load on the tractor. So this is a 2.5 ton tractor, and with 7-8 ton behind it, it could get bullied around, so I'm just going to take it nice and easy. So if you're wondering, can a Kubota 66 horsepower M4062 move a 6-ton digger on a probably at least a 2-ton trailer? The answer is yes. Going up the hills, I had to go down to first gear, but apart from that, yeah, no problem. There's been a lot of rainfall over recent weeks, and this is my second day now drawing the wood chip from here. It's getting a bit muddy up here. There's a good chance I'll have to push myself out with the digger, but fingers crossed. That was very close. She almost ground to a stop as the wheels got stuck, but she kept going. Very good. This is the last load now. I barely made it out the last time without getting stuck, so this should be interesting. Well, I made it. I'm just going to level off the ground now. I'm just heading over to remove the last of the stakes that I put down around the trees in February 2020. It's just an absolute pain to have to strim around a tree with a stake, because when there's just a tree you can put the back of the strimmer to the tree and just go around it really quickly, and if you have a stake offset from it you end up having to reach down and pull away grass that's between the tree and the stake, and it's just much faster with it removed. The fastest way to remove any fence post is with a digger and a chain. Let me show you. So I started this job yesterday, about lunchtime, finished about 6 or 7. So I think lift about 400 posts, takes you about 6 hours, 7 hours with a digger. It's quite handy. Apart from jumping out of the digger, jumping back into the digger 800 times in a day. That's a good workout. So just heading over to Little Dog, and I'm going to change the location of the gap into the field. So the plan is I'm going to move the gap from there to here. So I'm going to take the bushes out of there, lift them and plant them over where the existing gap is. I want to avoid having to do U-turns basically every time I go through the gap, and the second thing is I don't want to fence across an open shuck, so I want to continue the fencing from earlier on in the year to the corner, because the only place I didn't fence in the farm is this 10-metre strip, and sure enough cattle have got through it. So I've finished the gap. I've moved a holly tree that was here over to the old gap, and with the helping hand from my father we just finished off the bit of fencing to keep cattle out from the adjacent field. So that's it for this video. I'm now going to get back to strimming around the trees, which is so much fun. So until next time, good luck!